FM104.
Dublin's hit music station.
Jeremy, I just wondered how hard it was stepping back into character as Ari.
It was, after doing Mr. Selfridge and playing something that's so completely different, it was, I think that experience of doing a costume drama and playing in a different tone, I really think allowed me to go back in, playing with fresh eyes and invest even more into the character and find, hopefully, some different stuff in there because, you know, you're seeing a softer, gentler version of Ari Gold, and at the same time, as manic and crazy as he's ever been. He's, you know, driving and trying to do a meditation tape at the exact wrong time when everything's going wrong. So he's doing the ohms and whatnot as the phone is ringing and losing his mind. So it was really fun.
How about the speed at which he speaks with? Is that something that you had to sort of get back into when you were playing him again?
Yeah, you just hit the ground running with a guy like that. I mean, that's the fun part about being an actor is you're playing a character that's so wildly offensive and there are no consequences. So it's just therapeutic, really.
Is that what you say you sort of most enjoy about playing him? Would it be that aspect, or?
Well, yeah, I love everything about playing him because it's just you can't be too big. You know, you swing for the fences and you go as hard as you possibly can, and that's kind of the charm of him, you know. You're always in danger of it being too much, and I would rather go too far than to not explore what is there.
And he's got quite a potty mouth, hasn't he? Do you find yourself swearing more around the times when you've been playing him?
It's one of those things where it's like, you know, I gave it the office. You know what I mean? I've given everything I possibly had. There's nothing left. I don't need to swear. I don't need to be cruel to people because, you know, between action and cut, I just, you know, I ring it out and you know, no stone unturned. And I think one of the reasons why I've noticed that they really gravitate towards it in the UK because I think he's just such a master of taking the piss, you know, that, and he says the unsayable, and he's not afraid of a confrontation. And the reality is, I think a lot of times here in this country, people, you know, they're very civil to each other, and they're kind and generous, and they wouldn't do that. So I think it's fun for them to kind of, it's almost like a fantasy. And also, let's be honest, he's kind of like the poster child for the ugly American. He's just an angry, sweaty freak.
I think much of Entourage was kind of inspired by real life Hollywood, wasn't it? Do you know what the real Ari made of your portrayal of him?
I really don't. I know that I hear rumors. Listen, if he didn't like it, I would have heard. His brother Rahm Emanuel, that was chief of staff for Clinton and Obama and now is the mayor of Chicago, was quoted as saying, "I like the guy that plays my brother better than my brother," which is genius.
And when it comes to Harry Selfridge and Ari Gold, who would you say you're closer to or more similar to?
I think I'm closer to Harry Selfridge, to be honest with you, definitely. And I think that Harry Selfridge would get a kick out of Ari Gold. He really would. He would love to have him around. And Ari Gold would not be interested in Harry Selfridge. I think he would want to know why he's not making him any money, and he wants to just keep moving. I mean, Ari Gold has an attention deficit disorder that's like no other, and I think Harry is one of these guys who's so incredibly professional. So Ari's the antithesis of Harry.
And who's been the biggest surprise to you as a fan of Entourage that you've come across either in the UK or in the US?
In the U.S., the fact that Obama was a fan, I thought he was kidding, because I met him. I was lucky enough to do some. I introduced him a couple times in Chicago and went on the road and tried to help him get votes. Probably was very unsuccessful in helping him, but so I had some really, really cool interactions with him, and he told me he was a big fan of the show, and I thought he was kidding. And then I talked to Reggie Love, who was his head of security, and he said no, that he would watch it all the time. And I thought, well, that was amazing. And over here I met Prince Harry, and he kept calling me Ari, and I just wanted to correct him, but then I thought, you know, he's Prince Harry. If he wants to believe that I'm Ari, then God bless him. You know, he's fought in Afghanistan. He's legit. He's a great polo player. He's heir to the throne. I don't want to be beheaded. So, whatever you want, good sir.
And just finally, do you have an entourage yourself? And who's in it?
Joyce Piven, my mother, is in my entourage, and we roll really hard. We just drive like 2 miles an hour, just like down the street, just bumping, just like Jay-Z and Rihanna, really loud. No, I don't have an entourage. I'm too old.
FM 104, Dublin's hit music station.